Behind every transaction, every saving, and every rising price, there's a secret never taught in school. A new world order, printed on the American dollar, Novu Zodusek. This isn't about conspiracy, but about how money works and how we are all affected. I used to be a conventional stock investor, a true Warren Buffett follower. But then I started asking questions. Why do asset prices keep rising? Why does my money feel increasingly worthless? I found the answer behind the system we call fiat money. Initially, for regulation, but then it became a tool for economic expansion. The problem is, it also led to inflation. The more money printed, the lower the value of existing money. People used to barter goods. Then, they found commodities like furs or shells as a medium of exchange. If the government suddenly printed twice as much money, your property's value might double because the same amount of property is now backed by twice as much money. It's like dividing a pizza into more slices. Each slice represents a unit of currency. With more slices, each slice becomes less valuable. Until finally, gold and silver dominated due to their unique properties, scarcity, durability, and ease of measurement. Why? Because of its decentralized and limited nature. There will only ever be 21 million bitcoins. The computing power of its network is immense, guaranteeing its security. Macro factors like the HODL wave, the majority of Bitcoin supply is not moving, and increasing mining difficulty will push its price up. I predict Bitcoin could reach $100,000, even $160,000. $170,000 by February 2025. A system that, according to some historical figures, was designed to control the economy and even governments. Of course, there are risks. User error, exchange issues, or government regulation. But the potential for protection against monetary inflation is enormous. And issued paper receipts of ownership. These papers were the precursors to bank, but these goldsmiths were clever. It's largely due to the increase in the money supply, the M2 money supply. Perhaps Bitcoin isn't the single answer, but it's an important lesson about how money works and how we can face the financial future. This constantly printed money seeks a place to go, and eventually flows into asset markets, pushing prices up. This is not an increase in asset value, but a decrease in the value of your money. They realized that not everyone would withdraw their gold at once, so they started lending out more paper than the gold they actually held. Their values constantly devalue. Even the US dollar itself has lost about 99.8% of its value over 150 years. This was the beginning of banking and the concept of compound interest that benefited the bankers. Let's go back in time. Then came the goldsmiths. Initially, they only stored other people's gold. This is what's called fractional reserve banking. Banks were allowed to print more money than the reserves they held. Look at the Argentine peso or the Indonesian rupiah against the US dollar. The rise in stock prices in the S&P 500 or real estate is not solely due to the fundamentals of the assets themselves. Imagine owning property. This is where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin is cyber property and sound money, money whose value cannot be manipulated. Investing in Bitcoin is like owning property in a premium location from the very beginning. It's a scarce asset. It cannot be printed arbitrarily. What's next? The Federal Reserve will likely cut interest rates. The stock market will rally. The labor market will soften. And Bitcoin? Monetary inflation is the hidden enemy of your wealth. Understanding this is key to protecting yourself. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more insights on the evolving relationship between finance and technology.